This is Useless Builds, and we're going to chop up my 2009 Volkswagen CC. You may have already seen this car. It was on the Shop Tap, How Not to Buy a CC. So now that we know that the car is kind of a piece of crap, we're just going to chop it up. I could care less. I only spent about $1,000 on this car, so it's not a whole bunch of money involved in it. And if I really need to, I could probably sell the drivetrain for that and get my money back. So I'm not that worried about it. Just to give you an update, a few things done to the car already. It has a Typhoon K&N cold air intake. It also has a DV Plus spacer on it. I think it's Go Fast bits, but I'm not sure. And then it also has a aftermarket 3-inch downpipe. So let's get into chopping this thing up. Now that we've emptied the car out, pretty much all this junk, I'm also going to go in and remove the headliner, the rear seats, and pretty much all of the accessory trim that I don't need. Alright, so we got the absolutely thrashed headliner out. If you can't tell, it's unbelievably hot out here. It's like in the 90s. I don't know why I chose today to do this. But we got our headliner out. I just got to tape up some wires and stuff. And pretty much done there. I'm going to leave the doors on because we have a storm coming in tonight. And it's supposed to be raining the next 3 days. And I haven't bought any kind of cover system to cover it without the doors on it yet. But the goal is to remove the doors all the way around. I'll probably keep the trunk and the hood. But next thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this bumper up. I want half-cut bumpers. Now we have a line to cut at. My battery's dying. Cover on the bumper. Sweet. We don't need that anymore. Just take it and run it along the edge there. How much better that looks already. Oh, it's gonna look so good with some off-road tires. But next I gotta cut this front bumper and I gotta put some wheels on it. chopped up. It's funny how much it looks like a Tiguan now. Now, I'm gonna put the wheels from my Mercedes on this thing and see how it looks. I'm probably gonna have to do some form of lift kit, which will be super easy in the rear. The front, on the other hand, I'll probably have to get spacers. That's to space the strut down and give me about a 2-inch lift. So we'll see. I'm gonna start messing around with these wheels now. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe button. It keeps me doing this content. I really appreciate you guys for sticking along. Just a little update. I didn't take into account that the factory CC wheels will not fit on the Mercedes. So I have to take the wheels off of my Jetta, put them on the Mercedes, so I can put these off-road wheels on the CC to test fit it. Meanwhile, I'm putting my Beetle wheels back on my Jetta, which are my favorite wheels that I own. And anybody who owns a Volkswagen should have a set of those wheels. Alright, so I got this side of the car done. Man, the wheels had wheel locks on them, and the key was not in the car. I didn't know that. So I've been fighting these wheel locks to get them off, so I only got this side done for today. I'm running out of daylight, and it's kind of like storming. So that's what it looks like so far. It's a new day. It's not all wet out. I'm going to finish the CC by getting the wheels on. Alright, a little update on the build. So we got the strut out. We're putting the spacers in now, and then I got to jack everything back up. I was fighting the sway bar. For some reason I didn't unbolt the sway bar, and then once I unbolted it I realized I had messed up there. So we're going to put the strut all back up in there, and we'll see how far this is. It's about a 1.5 inch spacer I'm putting in there to lift it up a little bit. I'll definitely need alignment after this. But I don't drive this car really on the road, so it's not even registered yet. As you can see, it's real hot out. So I got my makeshift umbrella over here. Let me show you the umbrella. It's the headliner out of the CC set on top of a ladder, so that I can work on this side. But I got the lift kit done on the front. It's pretty good. Now I need to do the rear. Obviously, we got a Carolina squat going, and we can't be having that. But I got some spacers in the rear. I'm going to see if they'll work. I got shock spacers, and I also have coilover adjusters to put on the stock springs. But I think it looks pretty good in the front so far. We got a good, looks like 2.5, 3 inches out of the front. And that may differ once the rear is also lifted. So it might equal the weight out a little better, but we'll get back to it here in a second. Alright, just to kind of give you an idea of what's going on in the rear. I bought these Chevy shock extenders. They're for a Chevy Tahoe, I think like a 98 to 2003 or something like that. But they're just shock extenders for the rear on a Chevy Tahoe. And they bolt right up on my CC. So what do you know? We got this bolt already in, this one's already in. Now I just gotta tighten this up and we'll have an extension for the shock. And then we can put an adjuster in there. Technically I should have a longer control arm because it's probably gonna pull the wheel in. But we'll figure that out later, right? Alright, so we got the wheel fitted up. I'm gonna go do the other side and then we'll drop it down and see how it looks. But we got the coilover adjusted all the way out. We got the shock spacer in there. The only thing I haven't hooked up is the sway bar yet because I gotta undo the other side first. And then I might still be able to use the sway bar. I'm not sure though. We'll have to see how tight it is. Well, there you have it. Here is the off-road CC. You know, if you made it this far, leave a comment down below. I still haven't thought of a name for this thing. Maybe the best comment down below will name the CC something and get a custom tag or something for it. But overall, it's got about a 3-inch lift. So 3 inches of the body, and then also it's got 29-inch tires. I didn't measure to see how much of a lift the tires actually are, but I estimate it's probably like 2 inches just off the tires alone. Yeah, that's the off-road CC. The back of this thing looks so high off the ground, just because of the bumper cut and everything. So now I'm going to clean up my mess and go take it for its first maiden voyage.